Hey, my name's Michael. Welcome back to the Mods YouTube channel. Today we're gonna make our own trash formers. Welcome to the hangar here at the Museum of Discovery and Science. We're joined by one of our mods makers, Becky. Hi, Becky.
Hi, I'm playing with robots today. Would you like to join me?
I love robots. I'm more of a Power Rangers kind of guy. Also, Transformers was pretty cool growing up. But so I'm seeing more of a homemade version. So tell me what kind of things I could find around the house that help me make my own trash former.
Right, trash former is here. So I went and looked through and found some clean trash. So I have a tissue box. I found some plastic forks, some toilet tissues, some bottle caps. I have some stickers I had lying around.
Okay.
I got some paper clips, really anything that you have, and we have a cereal box and some construction paper. And then you need stuff to attach. So scissors to cut, I've got tape, you've got duct tape. Do you like duct tape?
Yeah, duct tape I think holds a little bit more. You know, if you can't solve it with duct tape, what can you solve it with, right?
I also, if your mom and dad allow it, you could use a hot glue gun.
Okay, make sure we're using parent supervision when we have the hot glue gun.
Or you could just use regular old school glue.
School glue works, I like it.
Okay.
So tell me what, robotics, it seems to be a hot topic these days. Why don't you tell me a little bit about maybe what you got here? I see that these look a little bit more advanced.
So yeah, we're doing some tactile programming today with our modular robotics, which are called cubelets. So robots have 3 different parts. Did you know that?
I actually didn't. Why don't you tell us about the parts?
Okay, so the first part you have is a battery. And in cubelets, they're different colors. So this one here is dark blue. And then robots have sensors. So our sensors are here with an antenna or the eyes. This one here is a distance sensor. And these are magnetic, so they come together. And then what you can do is add an output. So this one here is wheels. So when you put your hand near it, it moves. It senses how much distance you're near.
That's awesome.
And then you can add more parts. So we're going to add a rotating light.
So as soon as we
get it all together. So this is what we're going to build today. So your robot needs to have the same type of parts.
Now, just for understanding though, my robot's not going to be able to freely move.
Not
like
unless you
these.
add some motors and some wheels.
Oh, okay.
So we're kind of going it. And your robot doesn't need to look human.
So you can almost prototype like a shell for your robot.
Right.
And then you can add some more things to really build upon it.
Here in the hangar, we like to work on circuitry and motors and moving things. So, all right, so let's get started. So if you want to make it like our trash former here, I think I'm going to glue my head in the middle. I'm going to use some masking tape that I found at the house. So where would you like to put your head?
Can this just be the head of my robot? No.
Sure, you can do that.
I'm going to go against the grain here. No, I'm not going to do that.
All right, and I covered some toilet tissue rolls in duct tape, so I'm going to use those as eyes. And look, it doesn't have to look cute, or you can spend a lot of time if you wanted to.
Yeah, I just feel like this is a really good imaginative program that anybody can get involved in, and this is really just where your imagination takes you.
And did you know you could do it as a family? Like you could each build parts of it so that you and your family can do it together. What a fun activity for an afternoon.
Great thing is though, no 2 robots are ever going to look alike, right?
Right, so mine has that. And then buttons on robots. Do you know what they might be used for?
To button up their shirt.
No, not really. They're usually used to turn them on or off, or to select a different function.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Do you have any
yours is looking so much better than mine.
Do you have any robots at your house, Michael?
My coffee machine, maybe?
Maybe.
Could that be a robot?
If it's programmable.
Okay.
But do you have a Roomba?
I actually do have a Roomba that rolls around and cleans the floor for me.
Right,
because
that's
I don't like
a robot.
Oh.
And you know, I was shopping at Walmart the other day. Have you ever seen their robots?
I haven't.
They go down the aisle and they scan to see what people are out of.
Oh.
And so that's how they do their restocking now. They don't need a human, they have a robot to do it. So here's my robot with some things, and yours looks like it's maybe...
I gave it hair.
Hair, okay. So you can definitely use any kind of trash around the house. You know what else would be fun? To find stuff that's recyclable and to kind of make it, and you could put it up on your page.
Yeah, I feel like this is almost like a trash to treasure thing. It's like instead of just getting rid of everything, I can bring it all together, make sure it's clean, of course. We don't want you playing with, you know, rotten milk cartons or anything along those lines, but you can really just, the sky is the limit in terms of what you can make. So I appreciate you helping us out with this, Becky. This looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm very jealous of that one. Mine doesn't even come close, but it's okay. I have a lot of learning and making to do. We thank you for joining us, and we will see you all soon.
Thanks, bye.
We want to thank the Leighton family and Citrix for sponsoring this video. If you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe below.